Hi friends! Welcome to our first History Mysteries. I'm super excited about this. I loved mysteries when I was a kid, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this too. These are our friends Franklin and Joni, and they're going to help us in the coming weeks solve some ancient mysteries. So let's go. So, what will we be doing each week? We'll learn about a historical mystery that has baffled researchers for decades or even centuries, learn a new method of encrypting communication that has been practiced throughout history, and we'll find clues that reveal next week's topic. Okay, just to stop for a second and do a vocabulary break. A couple of words. Encryption means when something is encrypted, it's written or communicated in a code so that others who shouldn't have access to the information can't understand it. A mystery is an event that has baffled researchers, here at least. That's how we're going to use that word. These events may or may not have an easy explanation through science or history, but at least for a time, the answers were considered unknown. So some of the mysteries that we talk about might have already been solved, or there's at least a very strong theory, but some of them people have no idea whatsoever. And then a key is the answer to the code. It's the alphabet that helps you solve a code. All right. So some examples of historical mysteries that we're going to look at today. We're going to do a really quick overview of them, and then next week we'll dive a little bit deeper into some other ones. So some popular ones that you may or may not have heard of: Stonehenge, Easter Island, and the Roanoke Colony. So Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a archaeological site in England. And it is an ancient site that no one is quite sure why it was built or who built it, for what reason. So while theories have ranged from aliens to the wizard Merlin from the King Arthur stories, the most popular theory was that it was built by the Druids, a group of Celtic pagans. But a lot of researchers disagree with that and believe now that Stonehenge was built by 3 different distinct ancient tribes over time, with each tribe lending their expertise and their knowledge of building to a different part of Stonehenge. We're not exactly sure who the people were or what they were called, but researchers have come up with names for them and ideas about why they might have contributed to Stonehenge. And I think that's a pretty cool idea of all these people collaborating over time to build something that's really incredible. So next, we have Easter Island, which is also an archaeological site. So for years, no one knew how the statues on Easter Island got to where they are today. All they knew was that the locals said that the statues walked there. Obviously, they don't have legs, so they can't walk. The video on the next page will show us how scientists tested a theory to figure out how to answer this puzzle. So let's watch. Do you see how it looks like the statue is walking and they're moving it? So the statues were originally on one side of the island. Archaeological evidence shows us that. And then they were moved to the other side of the island. And this is how they assume that it was done. By pulling the ropes back and forth, they make the statue walk. I think that's pretty cool that at first we thought, oh, statues can't walk. Statues don't have legs. And then they figured out, oh, well, they did walk, just not in the way that we thought. So they had to open up their minds a little bit and think outside of the box in order to understand this mystery. Finally, we have the Roanoke Colony. In the early days of the Americas, a group of settlers were sent to form a colony on an island called Roanoke. But when explorers went back to join the colony a few years later after going back to England, they found no colonists and only the message Croatoan carved into a tree, which was the name of another nearby island. The settlers were never found, but it's assumed that they went to live with the local indigenous tribe when they couldn't survive on their own due to lack of supplies. Even though that's the most popular theory, we still don't have enough evidence to figure out exactly what happened. So we're still not exactly sure. All right, so now that we've talked about some mysteries, let's talk about our first code. Elohe, aisne ute eat me you. Did you understand that? If so, you've probably learned to speak Pig Latin before. Pig Latin is a coded language, and we're going to learn how to speak it today if you haven't before. It's very simple. You just take the first letter of each word, move it to the end of the word, and add a. For example, hello becomes Elohe. Elo, H, A. Elohe. For words with a vowel at the beginning, use Y as the consonant. So Easter Island becomes Easter Yay, Island Yay. That one's a little bit easier for people to understand, but when you put it all together in a sentence, it makes a lot less sense to people who don't know how to speak Pig Latin. So see if you can figure out this clue for next time. Ethe or mutabe Angletre. That'll lead you to what our next History Mysteries is all about. I'll see you next week. Don't forget, you can enter the secret code Croatoan in Beanstack. Every week you can enter your code in Beanstack, the secret code that I give you at the end of each meeting, and you can earn badges that will also earn you tickets that you can put towards a prize drawing at the end. We'll have a mystery themed prize to give away at the end of our History Mysteries program, which ends in the middle of April. So be looking for those secret codes. And if you'd like to check out mystery books from the library, here are some suggestions.